Guys, the question on the screen is this very interesting question here. Examine the linkages between the 19th century India's Renaissance and the emergence of national identity. So first try to understand the demand of the question. In UPSC, what happens, you may be having good knowledge of history, of subject, but in spite of that, you fail to understand the need of the demand of the question. It is more important. So always try to devote at least your 2 minutes in getting the need of the question, So here the question is demanding you have to examine. The tail word is examine the linkages between the 19th century's Renaissance and the emergence of national identity. And you may surprise to know, when the exam was going to be started just one day before, I was taking classes at Hyderabad, and fortunately this point was discussed in my lectures, where I had also put this point into limelight, that the 19th century Renaissance was a turning point in the history. It had preserved, promoted and cemented the Indian culture. And guys, this 19th century Renaissance, if it could not be in the history of India, probably this India may be missing. Instead of India, we may be living today in Dillistan or Telanganistan or Hyderistan. So guys, this Renaissance has the same significance. Unfortunately, I was really delighted to find the same question which has been discussed in my class lectures. So coming to the point here, examine the question is like this. I think it is linkages between the 19th century Renaissance and the emergence of national identity. So see how you will in the first para try to clarify this point, that the 19th century Renaissance can be called as the third Renaissance in the history. Because 6th century BC, the age of Buddha can be called as the first Renaissance. 13th century, the Kabir and Nanak phase can be called as second Renaissance. Why should carry the traditional outlook that India has having only one Renaissance? So we can justify the point. Whenever India witnessed any breakdown, socio, cultural, political, economical, India had a Renaissance. First Renaissance, the age of Buddha, because iron technology and the urbanization has came. Second में Islamic State. Again, India is witnessing some socio-cultural breakdown. Third is English company invasion, which was very detrimental invasion, where we lost our polity. We are witnessing drain of wealth, socio-cultural encroachment. So we can categorize it as a third Renaissance in the history. In the first para, it should be that this Renaissance, 19th century Renaissance, can be called as third Renaissance in the history of India. It was having the characters of, it was reformative, it was reactionary. In the first, try to brief the introductive feature. It was reformative, it was reactionary, and thirdly we can say it was revivalist. After this first para, in the main body, we can come to the next para, that is main body of the answer. Now second para. Second para mein we have to identify the linkages between the Renaissance with the national identity. Very interesting type of linkages UPSC had asked. Guys, UPSC is a very dynamic body. Although history is static, but UPSC tries to make history as a dynamic subject. It does a lot of research in searching out those areas which has not been asked in the early years. So here the question is asking you what are the linkages where we can justify the Renaissance had contributed in giving a national identity, that is ID of India. Like you have Aadhaar card, for your personal identity. So Renaissance can be called as an attempt by the thinkers of India where they had given an Aadhaar card to India. We can compare it as an Aadhaar card of India. So see how. Firstly, we can say the thinkers of Renaissance, by the first attempt, by their first efforts, they had attempted to bring about a religious reform and then about social reform. So they are trying to bring, the thinkers are trying to bring a religious reform, then social reform. Because they are visionary, thinkers were visionary. They were aware about this. Indian society is very static, very conservative. Unless these reforms are brought, it cannot be revived. It cannot move in optimism. So they are doing their work at the core problems, a religious reform, which were preceded by social reforms. In that way, we can say they are widening the outlook of Indian society. Widening the outlook of Indian society. That is, promoting the message of brotherhood and harmony. Otherwise, how can all Indians can stand together? It is really very challenging. The thinkers of Renaissance, the first task is how to unite the Indian society. How Indians can come out from their caste, language, religion and religious barriers. It means they had given an Aadhaar card to India. We can say like this, first time India is getting India is getting an identity. It is only possible when you come out from this type of behaviors. They are promoting the message of harmony and brotherhood. So I think it is very clear. The first point is very clear. By this, they had widened the outlook of Indian society. Secondly, we can say, because question is saying how this is connected. Because the question is, Hindi mein it is called as a Rashtriya Pehchan and English mein it is called as national identity. That is why I am comparing with the Aadhaar card. So firstly, they are trying to unite all Indian society by coming out from your, conservativeness. And see, the second point is very interesting here. Because, India, after the invasion of the English company, we lost our polity, we lost our Swaraj, we lost our economy. And for any country, because the question is Rashtriya Pehchan, that is national identity. For any country, its sovereignty, its political sovereignty and economic sovereignty is must. And you may surprise to know, after uniting the Indian society, the second effort made by the Renaissance was, it had evolved the concept of national language. It is very important. Concept of national language. Hindi. And this is very interesting. Anytime UPSC can ask you, who had given the concept of national language Hindi first time in the history? It is Dayanand Saraswati. He had given a slogan, without making Hindi a national language, India cannot achieve Swaraj. And the question is asking the same. How India got a national pehchan, national identity? The concept of national language was created by the Renaissance, by Dayanand, by a slogan, India cannot achieve Swaraj. That means he is connecting the political independence. India cannot achieve Swaraj by giving Hindi a national language status. It means concept of national language is coming. Because, in national identity, राष्ट्रीय पहचान के लिए राष्ट्रीय भाषा होना जरूरी है. Hence the question is coming here. The point is solved. Next point is, and for the national identity, independence is also necessary. Otherwise, you are not a nation. You are a dependent nation. Hence, Dayanand gave the slogan. Dayanand also coined the word Swaraj. The word Swaraj in the dictionary of Hindi was coined by Dayanand first time in 1870s. So Dayanand had contributed in the national language concept of national language and concept of national Swaraj. Both were coined by Dayanand, 1870s. And third is, it means you got a national language, you got a goal of independence, and third is goal of economic independence. That is Swadeshi. Economic independence, because India became a colony and Indian economy got crushed by the British policy makers. Gopal Hari Deshmukh, reformer of Maharashtra, was the first who patronized this term, who promoted this term Swadeshi. So guys, we can say the Renaissance of 19th century contributed in the way it has united the society. How? By religious reform, social reform, and now the mindset is widened. After the mindset is widened, the concept of Swaraj, concept of Swadeshi, concept of national language was given, and we can just join all these three like this. We can say in the same para, this Swaraj, Swadeshi plus national language. These all three had given the national identity. भारत को एक आधार कार्ड दे दिया. And you may surprise to know, the same Swaraj and Swadeshi became the goal of Congress from 1906 Calcutta session. So we can conclude the second para by this way. It gave a national entity to the India Renaissance, how Swaraj, Swadeshi and the national language, and the same became the goal of Congress from 1906. And lastly, last but not the least, some thinkers of Renaissance also became the founding father of Congress, like Mahadev Govind Ranade, S.N. Banerjee. They also contributed the shaping the Congress. So we can come to the conclusion in the third para. We can conclude like this, that the Renaissance, in the third para we can say, a Renaissance of the 19th century was a turning point in the history. It had given a national identity by evolving the concept of Swaraj, Swadeshi and national language, which became the guiding slogans of the national movement till independence. And if Renaissance could be missing in the history of India, probably this united India may be missing, and India could be balkanized like the other colonies which got independence. Okay guys, wishing you all the best. We'll further continue the next series. Okay, wish you all the best.